What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog, out here with Dr. Patrick Dix, King of Automation AI. You can check him out on Instagram. We got a great show for you guys tonight. Some great articles to review the future of data with Dr. Patrick Dix. I just want to let you guys know there is $77 trillion of tappable equity right now in the real estate market in the United States, and they need to make sure your data's safe. So, Dr. Dix, tap into it. Introduce yourself to the audience. Let them know who you are and why are we doing the show on data today?
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Patrick Dix. If you're new to the channel, I am a artificial intelligence and automation expert. Ericka and I have been doing streams since February 2021, and the reason we are talking about, data is data. I'm drinking the water. There's a lot of money behind data security, and data is driving the world. Along with the pandemic, everything went online, everything is cloud-based, and everybody has to have data, even for these apps, these phones, to access all types of information. So data eventually probably will be on the stock market or in New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ being
Or the
traded.
Texas Stock Exchange.
Yep, Texas Stock
Pew,
Exchange.
pew, pew.
Stock Exchange.
Coming up
Yep.
fast, y'all think. Everybody, I think a lot of times people are saying, hey, Ericka, it's a recession. You're still doing Tech Tuesdays. Where are the jobs? All these tech layoffs. And I go, it never goes away. There's always jobs. There's always the work will have to get done. Now you're just you got to just follow the money. Where's the money going? And me and Dr. Dix are going to show you. You guys drop your city and state in the chat. It helps us learn where you guys are coming from, where to do events, where to network and meet. And I know tonight is the debate, so we're not going to keep y'all here all night because y'all so ready for the meme party that's going to commence after this is done. I already had a show I was going to do, and I was like, no, I'll save it till tomorrow because y'all about to be cutting up. So I'm going to kick off with one of the first articles here. All right. 5 jobs AI will create and 5 roles AI will change. Dr. Dix, why did you want us to check out this article?
Because we always talk about artificial intelligence. Oh, you might want to move Brandy, that StreamYard thing. Oh, yeah, this is an article that we always talk about the jobs that technology is going to create. When people are out here talking about, well, AI is going to get rid of my job. Well, what about all the jobs that are going to be created? And in a past show that we got a lot of views on, I actually talked about many of the jobs that are going to be created. When I go give speeches or when I go talk in person to give presentations, one of the main things I leave people with is there are jobs that are going to be created that pay a lot of money, and majority of them are going to be remote. And along with the show today with Salesforce and data management, they have to have people to manage the data, and they are using artificial intelligence. So if you watch the Worldwide Developers Conference, if you watch the Apple rollout yesterday, one of their main focuses was Apple Intelligence, which is artificial intelligence, which is privacy and data. So that's why I wanted to bring up this article to show everybody that there are jobs you can train and get. They're not going to fall into your lap, but there are jobs that you can attain as long as you're trained and willing to learn.
Well, listen, data is going to be important because we have all these boomers who are going to keep forgetting their passwords. And then we have to keep coming up with ways to keep them safe. It talks about the increasing AI isn't driving the increased demand for software developers. This is according to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, not just us. We'll see a 25% growth from 2022 to 2032, which says much faster than the average of all occupations. Only thing I would say was going to agree with this is construction and repair. There's so many things we got to repair, and from 2022 to 2032. Yep. Okay. AI jobs in the United States were up 19% on job sites like LinkedIn Listing, mentioning AI. I've seen a 17% increase in application over the last 2 years. As for jobs that are most vulnerable to AI, most likely already showing signs of decreasing demand. The craziest part is there's a company I know here locally, and they're talking about, oh, we using AI for all this stuff. And then they had to go back and hire an assistant because somebody has to run the AI. Like, you got 2 guys and that's not their specialty. They're going to have to go back and find somebody. So they said it's a safe bet, like roles like software developer, software engineer remain in demand as AI booms. But you're also building the data processing software. So they got a couple things in here. They talk about OpenAI, ChatGPT, Adobe, Amazon, and I don't want to say that, Anthropic, promote enterprise specific tools, right? So McKesson, okay, because they run a lot of surveys, they got a lot of funds, a lot of money. Consulting firm McKinsey found 65% of correspondents say their organization regularly use general AI, more than double what they used it the last year before. Okay, so they've dubbed 2024 the year organizations truly begin using and deriving business value from the technology. So let me just, before I go on from this, whenever there's a new technology, the rule of business, okay, the rule of business is if your neighbor has I'm just going to something basic, robotic shopping carts, and you don't have robotic shopping carts, people are like, well, I got to go see those robotic shopping carts. People automatically go to this because they think it's newer, better, it's the newest technology, they go to it, right? Like same with phones. People are like, man, you see that newest latest phone? I always say, why do you want that phone? It's going to have bugs, it's going to have defects, it's going to have issues. But people are drawn to the latest and greatest. So if one company starts using it, then you have a ton of other companies start using it as well. Okay. This is a prime example. Salesforce has made a major push for all consultants to get certified in data cloud. Business is booming. A lot of people say they hate Salesforce. So Salesforce don't care what you hate because they just spent $1.9 billion buying up a data center. You're going to keep using them. She said, I am at McKinsey and they just rolled out a custom version of ChatGPT. I like Midjourney. If I have to use stuff, I like Midjourney, but let me go back and finish. Okay, so AI engineer or specialist, AI ethicist, someone who, just skip, sorry, the mouse is sticky. Someone who dives into the way AI is used, AI legal, moral, social implications, guidelines. Okay, First of all, detour for a quick second. Dr. Dix, walk with me to a detour. I apologize. Y'all know, just for a second, we just saw Rich Homie Kwan pass away, right? And Ericka Banks used screenshots of their private communication and put it on the internet. I think you're going to start coming across more and more phones. And also, it's already available on Instagram where your text messages can disappear. That is like a software, like, I know it's a something, but I know you can do it on Instagram. It's called like vanish mode. But they're going to start using vanish mode on cell phones. If they ever come up with a company that's like, hey, we're going to stock market and we're talking about how to vanish messages off your phone, it's going to make billions because the backlash of her doing that was so outrageous. If you were somebody's sneaky link, you stay sneaky link even if they die.
Oh, here's the other things for y'all iPhone users and iOS 18. It now will have the ability to record conversations, but people will be notified. I think that is one of the worst things ever. You can actually record a live conversation. Yep, you could go look it up. Yep. I don't know why you would make that. I won't upgrade to it, but like you said, Ericka, if you somebody sneaky link, now they can record you saying, I got you saying this. We are really diving in too much of people's privacy. I don't want to record anybody. And now it makes me more even terrified to talk to folks on the phone. So
like FaceTiming. You ever notice people want to FaceTime? They're like, let me see if you're real, if you're catfish and all that stuff. So, I had to bring that up because when people are like, why would somebody need to be taught ethics? Why are you going to start seeing those people have jobs at law firms and all that stuff? Is because somebody will have to say, hey, they modified a picture of my auntie riding a horse. She ain't never rode a horse in her life. That's wrong. Stop using AI that way. There'll be lawsuits out of this stuff. But I just had to say that as a sidebar. I know that was a messy sidebar, but it's very important because in this age, digital age where you can screenshot things, you can take pictures of people's messages. Again, that's a data thing, right? Like his phone number and his data is out there because she put a screenshot out there and the man is dead and can't, say anything back against what happened.
Very classless. Why would you even do that?
Tacky. And she really thought people were going to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you're grieving. No, grieve in silence, grieve in private, you messy broad. Like, it was terrible. I was like, home wreckers have never been looked up. Did she not pay attention that we don't like Alicia Keys 1,500 years later? Did she not see we don't respect Alicia Keys to this day?
Yeah.
Still in that woman's husband. Like, to this day, you bring up Alicia Keys' name and it's still like, that B.
Yeah, her and Swiss Beats. I tell you, but yeah, that's a good idea to come up with something to banish text messages. I would tell everybody out there before we move forward. In the world we're living in, be very careful what you text people. Pick the phone up and call them. If you want to say something to somebody, be careful what you email people. You got to remember, people are very, what's the word? Mysterious at times, and they'll get mad and think about something. Say, I got this text message.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so
Brett
crazy.
Favre, I got a picture, you know, like all them athletes, why they keep getting in trouble? Somebody got a picture. Somebody got a text message. Don't text them girls nothing. Get on the phone, talk to them, be like, I ain't say that. Like, even right now in court, if I send an email to Dr. Patrick Dix, the email has legal weight because it's written, received, there's a transmission that he opened it or read it. If he says something verbally on the phone, that can be tossed. That's hearsay. But when it's written down in ink, and they're gonna get that same with them text messages, like the police are like, yeah, we got all your phone records. You wrote something to somebody. We see it. It's in that same wheelhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, to y'all out there that use Snapchat, it goes to a server, and with a subpoena, they can get all those messages.
Ooh,
so just because just because you use a service that says, "Oh man, I'm gonna just call it what it is." I've been in the barbershop. Man, check out my Snap. You saw the video, not knowing every text message you send goes to that server. It holds it, then it sends it out. With a subpoena, they can get all the information. They can get the information on WhatsApp, any of these apps that say they encrypted for secrecy. They can get all the information. Oh, by the way we know that, y'all saw recently where they caught the guy from Pakistan trying to come up there near Canada, the terrorist, and they said he was on one of those encrypted apps. The feds were able to get the messages. There is nothing you can hide.
Yeah, it's it. And it can pick up, AI can pick up a lot of things. Prime example, I was going to post it on the community wall. It was like 23 Indian students in Canada got kicked out of the class, like while the test was live. Why? Because they were all doing it from the same IP server and was going to basically use the same test answers. They were going to try to cheat, all 23 of them. So they kicked them out of the school program. They kicked them out of the engineering class. And listen, Anthony, listen, I know it's the first thing we think is VIPing, but like, they were not sophisticated with it. Okay. So they kicked all 23 Indian guys out and they were protesting. And I went to go saw the video of them protesting. They just sat in the grass with the sign. I want to be like, you cheated. That's the test. Like, they could see where it was coming from.
As a professor on the back end of any of those learning management systems, y'all, I can set it up to where you have to register to an IP address. So it depends on how far you want to go with it. But I have stories for days about that kind of stuff. Whenever somebody wants to talk about how cheating happens. So, you know, a whole nother conversation.
Listen, I had a cousin thought he was so slick. He was ready with his book open, everything. And the little Indian lady said, turn your camera on. Turn on the lights in the room so I can see. He had that face like he saw a ghost. I was like, yep, I'm getting out of the room now. Good luck. So it's like there's simple ways and there's complicated ways to do this stuff. But AI protection analyst or responsible use architect. Look at these fancy names. I love it. Let me say it again. AI protection analyst. I mean, I'd put that on my resume, right? Or responsible use architect. I'm going to put the AI protection analyst, right? That just sounds better. This individual is responsible for protecting a company's IP and preventing abuse and fraud. That's nice. I like that. AI solutions analysts. AI solutions analysts help organizations implement AI to work more efficiently across a range of industries, sort of like a traditional business consultant. You can also think of this person as an AI whisperer. Interesting. Head of AI. A new leadership role is also emerging, which includes titles like head of AI, chief AI officer. These are going to be young people for a lot of these roles anyway. This is someone who oversees the development and deployment of AI at the company. They typically manage a team composed of engineers and the titles listed above. Okay.
So if you're in a
So some
current
of the
job,
things,
right?
yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna hold this
Go
up.
ahead.
So if you're in a current job right now, I want you to look at your education skill set, and I want you to look at what it took for you to get there. If you do not have a technical and analytical skill set, there's a 90% chance your job will be automated or they will outsource it in some shape, form, or fashion. Please do not sit here and say that won't happen to me. It is going to happen. And we're just talking about artificial intelligence. We're not talking about we're not even talking about automation yet. So do not get the big head and say, I got all these certs in education. There is nothing safe. I gave a presentation Friday to a group of people I'm going to share photos about. I told them there is nothing safe in the world right now from being automated or eliminated unless it's a blue collar job, certain STEM jobs, and mental health jobs. If you are not in those three fields, I want everybody to ask themselves, what are you going to be doing?
For sure, for sure. And so these are 5 of the jobs that are going to get the most impact. And it's bank tellers and travel agents. Here's the funny thing. People still use these. They're just going to be less, right? So there's a bank my mom banks with, and it's like empty, like a ghost all the time. And the tellers are just sitting there bored out their mind. But they have a great website and great online techniques. And so probably most people just use the online options, right? ATM, online banking, e-commerce, their merchant services. Now, also, what's crazy is my mom is the kind of person, and I think a lot of boomers are, I'm going to go in the bank. You're going to tell me to my face. You're going to help me. You're going to reset my password. You're going to reset my online login, right? Because I was like, Mom, just use your online login. She's like, I don't know how to use it, right? And what's going to happen is, even though you say bank tellers and travel agents are less, I literally know an older Black lady travel agents that just booked a bunch of my auntie's friends to go to Amish country. Yeah, I've got this wonderful package. And they called all their little old lady friends, and they're going down in a bus via a travel agent, organize the bus, organize the trip. These are still things that are going to need a hand touch, right? Right now, Dr. Dix knows is very popular as travel groups, right? Like I went on a travel group for my birthday, 2 years ago, to Zanzibar. I went to Africa with a bunch of adults I did not know. And it was wonderful. It was a wonderful event. So, there are pockets of where this will still work in your favor, but having a personal touch. You just got to make it luxury, or you got to make it make sense. Another group that will be affected is customer service representatives, right? Website chat bots have long been able to answer basic questions. I don't know about you, but y'all ever see the meme where they're like Black people when they get on the phone? How can I help you? Speak to representative. And I love that meme because every time, like, boop, 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 I don't want to talk to the computer. I want to talk to a person. So people will always have a job because people do not like that. Okay. Data entry professionals. Okay. I thought, like, I tried to use AI for something, and I took a photo, and the AI could not pick up like the whole paragraph. So I kept saying, like, rewrite, and it couldn't do it. So I had to manually type this paragraph over, and I was pissed. But what I tell people is, like, there is stuff that's still going to need a hand touch again. So data entry, they're saying you're going to see a 26% of data entry drop from 2022 to 2032. I'm going to tell you like this. People are lazy. They'll always need somebody to type something. Translators. This is a big thing. The capacity of chatbots to translate languages. OpenAI's ChatGPT speaks more than 50 languages, while Google Gemini knows 40. Okay. So things that you need for people to do, like today on the plane, I was on a plane and the man beside me was speaking nothing but Spanish, and he typed in his phone, which way to the bathroom? Can I go to the forward or the back? And I was like, no, the back. Go to the back. Like, there's a whole lady in the aisle with a baby. Like, go back. And he's like, thank you, and went back. And that's how fast the phones are, that he didn't have to try to do all this sign language and try to figure it out. Like, just here, poo, here. Can you tell me where this is? Bano? Yes, bathroom. Same when the lady came by and he's doing a signal with his hands for the cup. And then he literally talks on the phone and says, agua. And she's like, agua, water? like, boy, I know what agua is. You can just say agua to me. Like, we ain't stupid. Like, don't act like Americans can't figure out agua, right? So it was just funny on the plane today. I was just like, he's doing the best he can. God bless him. Okay. And so all these things, you know, that ChatGPT, yeah, it can do a lot, but some stuff you will need people to help with. Writers and marketers. The guy said this one hurts. He pointed out multiple reports about jobs threatened by AI, which include writing roles, accounting, economics to HR, law, making movies, TV shows, as businesses start to use AI to create content instead. Many of the fields I've seen being at risk are very popular with students and job seekers. Now, I will go ahead and tell you right now, there was a video, I meant to show it to y'all on here. There is an actual app, and the guy did a great video on it. I'll just share it in the video all, where if, like, say me and Dr. Dix are talking, and we're sitting here, this is our faces, this is our bodies. They can put an AI face over my face and Dr. Dick's face and sell a TV commercial. Isn't that crazy, Dr. Dix? Like, I just watched the video. They had one white lady with blonde hair, and they just picked, they told the AI, I need a mom with blonde hair. And they put the face of the AI over the original woman's content. And of course, the mouth doesn't match. You know, the mouths look crazy on AI, right? So it didn't make sense. But the audio spoke over it. And when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I don't like this. This is dangerous, right? But think about it. What's the number one thing we hear on YouTube right now? When we're on YouTube or we're on Instagram, you'll hear someone talk. It sounds like Steve Harvey, but it's not Steve Harvey. You hear somebody talk, it sounds like Obama, but it's clearly not Obama, right? Did I tell you to get that stimulus check? Like, you know, it's not Obama, right? You know, somebody sounding like Bill Clinton. They're already having people play these AI voices for commercials, and they can't really sue because, of course, Obama didn't say that, but it is the voice. Yeah. Right. You know, like solar panels, like it's a commercial where this guy's like, with the Obama voice, don't wait for my incentives to run out. Make sure you get your solar panels. I was like, y'all know Obama would never approve this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's why that whole fake news and stuff coming out is going to be a big thing. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Prime example, people doing stuff like this, where the record, where he was playing on Spotify somehow, and he got like so many spins, they had to pay him like $10 million. And it was like, wait a minute, how'd you do all that? Like, that guy spent some time, right? So that's, it's a whole app. I'll try to post a video. I think Andrew, you had it out, and I was like, that's creepy. But he did a whole walkthrough and show you how to do it. So there's a super realistic AI video, political to Trump. Yeah. You know, stuff like that, right? Or there was pictures, and here's the crazy part. They've been posting pictures of Trump from the 80s and 90s. And there's a black woman, and he's literally hugging this white woman. The black woman, they're like, oh, that's AI. And they literally had to come out and say, no, Trump was at this party hugging this black woman in a bikini and hugging this white woman in a bikini. Like, you know, like, that's so crazy that you now have to be like, that's not AI. That was a real event. Like, there's pictures of Trump and Michael Jackson together, and people are like, oh, that's AI. No, like, he was really hanging out with Michael Jackson. And so you're going to have a bunch of lawsuits at this part. Yeah, you're going to see a bunch of lawsuits. It's coming. I don't know how. Like, there's a video that's viral, audio clip, and I got like 150 messages. Y'all like, Ericka, this is you. And I'm like, I listened to it, but it was altered. So I was like, y'all, that could be me. It sounds like me, but there's nothing I can do about it. Like, that's like the rule 101. Is it altered? Is it changed? Even now, when you upload stuff to YouTube, it asks you, is this video AI altered? So it's already starting to it's starting to kick in fast. So I don't think a lot of people are ready, because my mom was like, did you see that thing on that president? I'm like, Mama, that's not real. That is not real, Ma. It is. I'm like, show it to me. Look at the mouth. It's not moving, you know? So yeah, you're going to have a lot of that coming up. Okay, let me go to the next article. But yeah, once I saw that AI commercial, and who does that hurt right now? That hurts UGC creators. That hurts small little, you know, YouTubers and people, Instagrammers that want to make money. That hurts them, or that just drives their price down. Like, hey, I can just jack your video and put a fake face over you. I think you're going to make more money in the next 2 to 3 years with real people, real faces, right? But people will still try to do that. So here's this other article I saw. This is why y'all doing too much. Let me show you this, Dr. Dix. You're going to think this is the craziest thing you've ever heard. Let me show you right here. Now, you know, the data centers, we put up a couple articles on the data centers, but see, here's the problem. Y'all don't know how to act. Y'all take it too far. Okay. Y'all take it too far. And I'm going to show you this. San Francisco, of all places, had said, y'all had to stop. Y'all got to calm down. So they wanted to put an underwater data center in San Francisco Bay. And regulators had to say, okay, now that's just too much. That's too much. And they really had a bunch of money ready to drop something under San Francisco Bay, underwater. And I'm just kind of like, why? That don't even make good sense. And so, let me see where it said they turned them down. Was it August 15th? Let me see how far they took it down.
Yeah, August 15th, the Duncan Small
sea, that was, yeah, August 15th. There it is. And so, like, they had to be like, no, y'all. Like, we let y'all do anything out here, but that's a no. So basically, it said by plunging an unpermitted server vessel into San Luis, I don't know, Bay, which is 250 miles south of San Francisco. It was a months-long test. Part of what was known as the Project Nantic had ended without an apparent environmental harm by the time the agency learned of it. So officials decided not to fine Microsoft. So long and the story short, they were like, let's test something. Let's throw a contraption under the water. Don't tell nobody about it. And then we're like, oh, what? We needed a permit? We didn't know about that. We didn't know we need a permit. Y'all know y'all needed a permit to throw stuff in the ocean. And this is a long article. You can read about it. But long and the story short, they were like, well, somebody in Asia did it. Why can't we do it? Because we're not Asia. And that don't make no sense, right? Like, there's just like some stuff needs regulation. And this is where we need regulation. Okay.
Whoever thought of that should be fired.
Stop it. Thank you. Oh, listen. No, they're not. They're not going to be fired. They're going to be like, think better next time. They're somewhere in the room going, we almost had them. We almost had them. He said Microsoft has them in the water because we already have underwater data pools. It somewhat makes sense, actually. But you still have to run it by somebody. Do you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Anthony Russell. You still have to run it by somebody. We can't just throw things in the ocean and be like, oh, we were testing. No. You can't just throw something in the water and be like, what do you mean? We need to pass this by a regulatory agency? Yes, you do. So that's a little bit crazy. I think we should focus on, we have plenty of land in America that they can focus on to do these projects. Let me take this one down.
Yeah, stupid idea. Stupid ideas.
Like, hey, you know what I'm thinking? Let's do this. Now, let's take it to the next level. I got one that's the next level, Dr. Dix. Are you ready for this? Here we go. And San Francisco, all the climate change people, surprised they didn't go crazy. Oracle, take it up a notch. Oracle is drawing up plans to power a data center with nuclear reactors. Founder Larry Ellison said the company will use 3 of them. They're saying, instead of using all this electricity, let's take it to the next level. Let's use nuclear reactors. Okay. So Oracle, who had been up revenue $13 billion, which is 8% up from last year. Excuse me. Excuse me. Net income was $2.9 billion, up 23%. Their shares rose 11% during Tuesday trading. He's deciding, you know what we need? We need a data center that we're going to run off 3 nuclear reactors. That's how crazy this is getting. And so basically he's saying, we have to address power. Chat GPT requires 15 times more energy than the traditional web search. Okay. So it's talking about the International Energy Association, and it talks about the demands on electricity. Now, here's my issue with this, Dr. Dix. We just complained about, Texas is on its own power grid. All these data centers that they don't have in Texas are on a power grid that's shared with all those other states, and it's not strong. California does have rolling blackouts. There are areas in the middle of the country, in Tennessee sometimes, that has blackout issues. To act like we're just going to throw up data centers and we haven't addressed, are they going to be solar powered? How are we going to how much is the electricity bill? Because right now here in Austin, which is actually just absolutely crazy, Elon Musk does not pay for his energy. We gave Elon Musk a deal to not pay for energy, I think for 10 years. So that's why Elon Musk came here and built that big old center. And then he goes, well, I'm putting solar panels on top of it. But we're literally giving him free energy. Same thing with Samsung. Samsung has a massive discount on their energy bill here in Austin. And I'm like, when people complain about their energy bill in Austin, I'm like, you do know we're paying for who's not paying. That's why our bills are high. Because people are like, my energy bills are so high. That's how solar panel guys make so much money in Austin. Because people don't understand why their bills are so high in Austin. And I'm like, we literally give free energy to Tesla. They're literally building cars. Like Samsung's literally making everything over there at their factory. So I don't know. Share your thoughts with the Oracle and the nuclear reactors.
I don't I mean, they do have out there in Cali and San Diego, they do have the Navy, you know, they do have a reactor on a nuclear submarine. They use the power around, but with them being the energy crazy people they are, I don't see how that's going to work. I mean, to build a reactor, I mean, they just built the one in Georgia. I don't know if people know, but the one in Georgia they finished over at Plant Vogel was the first reactor we brought online like in 30 or 40 years because all the other projects failed. We had one in South Carolina that didn't make it. And now they want to talk about, well, we're going to do a reactor. I'm like, do you know the planning it takes to do to bring a nuclear reactor on?
And it has to be near water.
Yeah, for the steam, for the power. To keep the towers cool. One of the only other things they probably could try to do is they were against coal plants, but I don't know if you know this, Ericka, but the earlier part of this year, the U.S. has produced more oil, 13.8 million barrels, than any other country in history this year.
You know, I know it, right? Because I'm investing in oil. But no, say it again. We roll that back out for people. Say it again.
What? 13.
Oil.
What I just. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can look at the article. The United States has produced the most oil this year than it has in the history of the country. We're producing 13.8 million barrels of oil a day. We've been leading for the last 6 years, but we're exporting a lot. I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, why is everything so high with the oil? They're talking about, well, you know, we're exporting, we're doing this. I'm like, well, if we're doing all this fracking, I mean, if you want to run a data center, which requires a lot of energy, y'all got to find some kind of way to use the crude oil. I mean, about 40 to 50% of the crude oil is for gasoline. I mean, you can use some of it for diesel, whatever else y'all use it for, but y'all got to find another way. And they can't use hydroelectric power like they got, like they have at the Niagara Falls, because there is no water just falling down constantly. You know how they turning the turbines up there in Syracuse near the border, but that's an interesting take. I mean, Larry Ellison has the billions of dollars to invest in it, but you're talking about something 20, 30 years. And by the way, they're going to build a data center down here in South Carolina. Facebook, they're going to build one in Aiken. If anyone is familiar with
Aiken,
yeah.
Aiken about to come up.
Yeah, Facebook was down here the other week, and they said they're going to build like, I think it's 100,000 or 200,000 square foot, and they've got to pick a location. It's just like when they were talking about the semiconductor chips. I want to tell everybody, hold up. Do you know what it takes to build a semiconductor factory? It has to be dust free. There are no humans really making semiconductor chips. And when the Biden administration signed that, people were like, yeah, we're going to do the CHIPS Act. Man, you're talking about 10 to 15.
Yeah, we can't. We don't care if you gave us $1 billion tomorrow. We can't.
They got to design it. Then it's automated. Then it's robotic. I mean, before, if anyone, y'all want to look at it, go online and look at how it's made, where they were making semiconductor chips. That show that was on the Science Channel. And they'll tell you, there was somebody in there with a suit. They said, it cannot have any dust in here to make a semiconductor chip. When we're talking about data centers and we're talking about everything else, how the United States is about to move forward, y'all sometimes just take a step back and say, where are you going to build a data center at? What amount of power? Where are you going to get people to run it from? What is it going to do? I mean, how many kilowatts of power does it take to run this? Because you know, the NSA facility up there in Fort Meade, Maryland has its own, it has its own kind of power plant because it had so much data coming through it.
For sure. Yeah. My mom was up there for a bit. So this is when you said coal, Promoters of clean energy data center in Virginia coal country unfazed by doubters. So here's the thing. They're like, look, we're going to put some solar panels out here. We're going to put a mini nuclear reactor. We're going to do all this stuff. And they're like, you're building in the middle of coal country. If everything else loses power, you're going to rely on coal. Just say that. And so, of course, they don't want to say that, right? They don't want to be like, yeah, that's ultimately what's going to happen. So this is the Energy News Network. If you guys are ever like, Ericka, how do you know this information about energy and news? This is going to be in Wise County, Virginia. And essentially, they're going to transfer 65,000 continuous acres of mine lands where coal was king to test advanced energy. Now, why is this funny to me? Because really what they're going to do is fall back every time something goes wrong and use coal. So they're going to use 2,000 acres of the now defunct Billet mine in Wise County to test out all the solar panels and put those in the ground. So a lot of they're going to put wind turbines up, pumped hydro storage, and a small nuclear reactor. Now, why are they going to do this? Because this is going to put all the blue collar guys that are in those areas to work. It'll still be in the energy capacity. They guys can still be cross-trained to do stuff like that. And then if all else fails, there is some still leftover coal opportunities there. So it's going to cost $8.25 billion. Let me say that again. It's going to cost $8.25 billion. It's going to give 1,600 jobs and 1 GW of new power. Okay.
That's why I was looking at that land. I think it was $1 million in Mississippi or Alabama. I was looking the other month. It was like 600 acres. Though people don't understand, they will put a data center in the middle because it could be between Texas and it could be between Georgia. And people will be like, it's in the middle of nowhere. That's where they want it at because the land is cheap. As long as they can get power and water there, people, the jobs are going to be there. But if you own the land, I wouldn't sell the land on like, I need a 25-year lease from y'all. Like, I want my money continuously. I don't want no one-time payment.
I need monthly checks regularly.
30,000 a month. Okay,
here's this. This is data. Data Bank announces a new 48 blah 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 North Texas data center campus featuring eight two-story data centers. Let me say that again. 8 two-story data centers. So imagine 8 buildings, 2 stories, data centers. Nothing but the construction's underway. The first one's going to be ready. First phase of it's going to be ready in 2026. Okay, so they're dumping it was like 292 acres of land in Red Oak has been announced by the Dallas-based data bank. Okay, now they're going to go dump. It's like, hold on. I saw the money earlier. I'm trying to go back and find it. Probably better if I put my glasses on. Daggone it, I can't find it. Dang it. Okay, that's why you have to get your glasses back on. But long and story short, they're dumping at least $1 billion to this. They're saying they're not dumping that much, but they are because they also have a campus in Atlanta. Okay, this is their 3rd campus now in 12 months. They got a 95-acre campus, 120 whatever campus in Atlanta Market. They got an 85-acre campus in Northern Virginia in 2023 November. So let's just do that. October 2023, they got the 95-acre in Atlanta campus kicked off, and then they got the 85-acre in Northern Virginia kicked off in November. So back to back. Like when I tell y'all, follow the money, where is money going? Where is money moving? Who is permitting things? Where are the permits showing up? This is what you have to be looking at. This is what you have to be watching.
And one other thing, if you never thought about to become an electrician or HVAC tech, because a data center is going to be probably about 50 to 60 degrees in there because all those servers produce heat. If it tears up, they cannot have it tear up or malfunction because the heat will ruin everything. If you're a master electrician or master HVAC tech person, here's your money right here. We do all the wiring and do all the maintenance for the AC systems for the data centers. Now y'all see why we're big on telling people to go get into trades, plumbing, everything. I mean, those centers have to have plumbing, they have to have electricity, they have to have maintenance. And that's big time money. You are like the backbone of that facility.
Charlotte, North Charlotte, North Carolina has a Flex Central data center, and now Town Lane Powerhouse are planning development of a data center in Southwest Charlotte. People need to prep now because opportunities are coming in. And what's going to happen? You're going to see them same people, DC Johnson, crying in Charlotte. The rent is high. There ain't no jobs. There are plenty of jobs. There ain't going to be no food job where you make $5,000 a month and chill every weekend. That doesn't exist. But yeah.
No Hellcat Chargers. No Hellcats or demons.
I actually there's a shop over here, and he's got a bunch of Hellcats, and I just thought, what's going on? He's like, these are all the fraud cases, like the police where they're stolen cars, or they had a Porsche had all these fake checks in it, like, that's all that shop is. Because I was like, why is this? There's like a shop or something with these locks and these gates. Like the police keep coming in and out of there. And the guy told me, "Oh yeah, this is where we store all the fraud cases and the and it's full of Porsches and Hellcats."
Oh, by the way, if you listening to us and you was one of those Chase Bank people, that is fraud, and they coming to get you. Y'all should know that is considered wire fraud. It is a federal crime. You put a check in there and found a glitch. The thing is, this is the kind of stuff I like to tell folks. If you could find that glitch, do you realize you can get paid $200,000 to $300,000 a year legally to help companies? They need people to help find errors like that. Whoever found that, like, you go to school and get the certifications or the degree, you're taken care of, because the bank will be like, hey, this is the person that found the glitch on with the check. And other people, then you can consult yourself out to say, let me help make sure this don't happen to y'all. I'm gonna come in there and put a check in the bank and go get $45,000 out. You don't know you got to pay taxes. Like, they're looking at you in line like, hey, Mr. Dix, your check cleared, knowing the feds watching the whole time. Man, cuz, you know how we do. We got the Birdman rub on. I'm going to Magic City in Atlanta. I'm going overseas. I'm gonna catch up on all my bills and child support. Next thing you know, click, click. Y'all know how we gonna do it. And the girl, you know how it's gonna go down. I'm sorry, y'all, but I love my people. But y'all know how it's gonna go down. They got the Birdman rub on in line, cuz I got it fixed. I got it figured out, cuz.
Well, and dog, you don't even need to be. This is what I want you to understand. You literally can own these companies and not be the person doing the HVAC, and hire a bunch of guys and train a bunch and pay for the training for the guys. And now you have a team of 5 trained guys that work for you, and you done got the government contract. You see what I'm saying? It's a million ways around this. Yeah. Yep. That's what it is. I felt like it was a test, and y'all failed. Okay. Miserably. Okay. So, cause if you mess up at Chase, now you messing up all over. Now there's a guy, there's multiple articles, but I'm gonna just flash them real quick. Amazon acquires part of a controversial data center site in Manassas. This is in VA. Okay. There's another one. There is VA about to be booming. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but that country part of VA about to be booming. They buy Tesla. Chuck Cuban, this is the guy who's very important, buys Ashburn corporate head site for data center. He's gonna turn this place right here into a data center. Let me see what the next one. The other one is, and this is all one company that's doing this much buying. If y'all don't understand what I'm saying, this is one company, like, basically getting ready to dominate all over that area. Did I do this one?
It's you're gonna have areas like DC up there. They can't put stuff up there, but like you were saying, these rural states,
Amazon, like, 136 million. Amazon buys a data center for Sterling campus, $136 million. Look at those buildings.
You know, they got to build all these data centers, Ericka. The people want data so fast on demand. And then they got a channel. I want people to understand, not only you're going to have commercial data, like for law enforcement, the military going to have their data going through these centers. It's going to be so much stuff that has to be maintained. And then some of the people that work for the companies, you could work through it remote. You're going to be there in person. I mean, then they're going to have data centers built all over the world. Amazon is just here. They're going to have to go put data centers in the continent of Brazil. They're going to have to go to Africa, because data is going to be needed everywhere. They're going to need redundancy. So
they're going to be going CAPM in Africa.
Now y'all see why for the last 3 years I've been on here with Ericka. and been on YouTube doing stuff, now y'all starting to see why we were telling people 36 plus months ago, go get your tech certifications, go get your tech degree, go get your blue collar skills. The thing now is you have people that came across the border. We're going to just call it what it is. They already got the skill sets and they're going to beat a lot of us to the jobs when we could have already taken the initiative to get ahead of them. It's
they're going to cheat in a group of 20 to get them jobs. Them students cheating in a group of 20 to get that daggone test score. It's crazy. This is another one. $40 billion valuation. They're thinking about opening an IPO. What did we just say? When some of this stuff comes onto the stock market, we will be ready to invest. This is a picture from the SWAT data center in Las Vegas. Now, you know that Las Vegas data center probably got like the most ridiculous size AC units on that bad boy, just blowing all day and night. Las Vegas is ridiculously hot, okay? The owner of Switch are debating should they go a public offering, including debt, according to people familiar with the matter. Why does this matter? They're thinking they can go as early as 2025. The move comes at a time when investor interest in generated, which is artificial intelligence, is skyrocketing. It's an AI boom, which is powered by chip makers such as NVIDIA and other tech firms. Has a turbocharged global demand for infrastructure such as data centers and high power servers. The Las Vegas-based Switch was taken private by DataBridge and IFM investors for $11 billion in 2022. Now, so imagine if they go IPO for $40 billion. Crazy. Australian pension fund. Let's be very clear. Not just American pension funds. Australia pension fund Aware Super bought a minority stake from Switch owners in 2023. So not only are they going to the, if they go public, Australian pension funds are being balanced off this. Okay. So yeah, just there's so much I could go on about this, but I want y'all to understand, like, so many people got really doom and gloomy, like, go layoffs, and I'm like, this is an ongoing thing. This isn't going anywhere. Like, tech isn't going anywhere. Like, think about all the people we graduated high school with acting like, well, I'm glad I didn't get into tech. You sound crazy right now. That this is where it's going.
The thing is, too, if you want to learn about the cloud architecture, SaaS, y'all need to learn about software as a service, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. Those are the three big ones. Y'all, I had a university, I'm going to just say it. I mean, y'all saw it on the video. University of South Dakota contacted me at the last moment and said, we need your help. And I said, what y'all need me to do? We don't even have the class built. They said, can you build a class from scratch? You got to build it while you're teaching on parallel computing. And it's a graduate level class. I have like 2 sections of it. So this is how the need is quadrupling. And that's in South Dakota. I've been talking to the guy for like the last year or so. That's why I'm telling folks, you could sit here and play around in life, but schools are slowly catching up. They told me build the 16 weeks, how you need to do it. Talk about what you need to. We need the syllabus. I have so many places that are reached out to me in emergency situations because they don't even have the class built for that. And they're building things on the fly. I mean, I don't know the qualifications a lot of the people listen to you have, but academia is about to quadruple tech-wise. Because they don't have enough people to teach it. And I've been saying that for the last couple of years. So y'all out there, learn about.
Sorry, I was going to say, and they're scrapping the art classes. This one college got rid of like 1,000 little course. And then they said, we're going to STEM. One of the articles up here I meant to show you was SMU is now saying, we are going to drop big money on engineering. We have decided, SMU did this and that, but we're going to drop like big money now into engineering, and we want to get into the competition of engineering schools.
Yeah, so y'all learn.
Go ahead.
Yeah, learn about parallel computing, distributed systems with the blockchain and the crypto. And I'm teaching the students about the algorithms and artificial intelligence and how all these things branch out and search for stuff. I am telling y'all, there is so much opportunity, and this is a graduate level class. Y'all, if you sitting around and your luck is down right now, I'm telling y'all see the articles. We're just showing you data centers. Y'all, that's just one part of the pie. We haven't even talked about automation. We haven't even talked about neuron networks where they got to have scientists and people to research if this stuff is going to work correctly. They got to have people to research the security, like the robots, like the dogs and stuff you see around the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Y'all see the drones that they even have now for you see them in Ukraine. I mean, y'all, the world is changing so fast, and technology and connectivity is the future. Blue collar, mental health, and tech. Those are the three big fields I tell everybody you should know something about or get into.
Boom. I'm walking right back into what you just said. Children's Health Investing Partners back Pieces of Technology. That's the name of the company, Pieces of Technology, with $25 million to advance AI in hospital care. Our mission is to help those who help others. They're giving them $25 million for a growth funding, urban-based Pieces, gearing up to transform hospital care with AI, streamlines clinical workflows, and eases the load of care teams. Y'all, they're throwing money. They're throwing money. Okay. Again, here's the other one. Oh, wait, I gotta click it to get you guys to see it. Hold on a second. Sorry.
Oh, while you're talking, I gave a presentation, y'all, to the aging community. Oh, for y'all out there, I looked at the census. There are about 76 million baby boomers living, and their life expectancy is growing. For y'all out there, Ericka has brought this up, talking about opening these elderly care facilities. But if you can get like one of these facilities and put artificial intelligence into it, and with automation to where they have the humanoids to help lift some of these people, to use AI for AI companions, that is just one part of it. I gave a presentation on this Saturday to a group of 50 people about how AI and automation can help social workers and the aging community. Y'all, I'm just sharing everything I know with y'all. It's an exciting time to be alive. This is just like a couple of parts of it.
I keep telling people, like, I started to see a lot of articles about young Black people dying and gun violence and so. I'm like, if you're a young person and you're thinking rapping and gun violence and goofy stuff, oh, poor baby. Like, they've really failed you, because like, you to be a bumper car person right now when you could just easily go to Georgia Tech or go down the street and go get like a half of some type of engineering degree or some skills. That's insane. So Data Bank raises $533 million to finance a new data center development. Again, I'm just showing you, this is Dallas is financing in 2 transactions in the Atlanta market. This will be in the Atlanta market, you guys. Okay. It's a Dallas-based provider putting $533 million into Atlanta. Okay. So like, y'all keep acting like what's going to happen in Atlanta. Not only did they announce they have completion of 7 data centers. Let me tell you where the 7 are: Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, Irvine, Kansas City, and now they will have 2 in Atlanta. What does that mean for the future of Atlanta? If you're in here, tell me what you think that means for the future of Atlanta. I don't think y'all understand. Being in Atlanta will not just be like, it's a party. It will not be business. It will be business. It will be baby New York. Y'all think the traffic bad now? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Because leadership, y'all know what I mean. Leadership in Atlanta is about to change in less than 10 years. Atlanta's gonna get like a face revive. They're gonna revive Atlanta, and all that stuff that's there is gonna be pushed out. The new face of Atlanta is gonna be technology. Oh, by the way, y'all, in 2026, if you live in Atlanta, they better start to clean their act up. They have the World Cup coming there in 2026. Y'all got about 2 years. The start is coming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
that's why people are like, oh, Ericka, is Austin okay? I'm like, baby, Austin has got like a soccer cup. It's got this other stuff coming, this World Cup stuff. Like, we're fine. I promise you, like, they are building more data centers. So again, SMU Live makes bold move to innovate engineering, education, and research. They're going to open up some more stuff. So again, they're just preparing, right? The schools are going to make sure they're going to get money from investors. They're going to get money from companies. They're going to be blowing Dallas up, right? So it's a time to win. You know what I mean? It's a time to win.
Single girl. Yeah, I gave that in person up in Greenville this past Saturday. Oh, y'all, one other thing. It was just on the tip of my tongue. to live in the new world, I don't care what nobody says. If you cannot come up with a minimum about $12,000+, $144,000, how the world in Atlanta, that's what it's going to take just to be basic. How the world is shifting and prices are getting expensive plane tickets. You're going to need $12,000+ in the next 5 years to live really anywhere, because inflation, all these tech jobs coming, when these data centers coming, they're going to raise the cost of living. For all y'all folks out there saying I can make it off 55,000, you're going to be homeless. Please get that number out your head, and y'all can argue me, you can write me, whatever. But the reality of the world of how we're moving forward, you are going to have to come up with a minimum, I'll say $10,000+ a month just to live. And that ain't household income. That might just be for one person. So if you got a wife or a husband, y'all gonna have to have $200,000+ to live. I mean, I don't know where people are getting numbers from. It's already ridiculous enough to live right now. And you want to add like pets and children to it. You could see, I know people will say, well, you know, they didn't know. We're talking about 2024. All the stuff Ericka has been showing about data centers. When people invest $8 billion, a salary might be $200,000 just for one job. Then the rent might go up to $3,500. Like Ericka was saying, you're going to start to see New York prices in Atlanta in less than 10 years. It's coming.
I mean, y'all going to have somewhere to live. Y'all going to be living in Macon. That's all.
Yeah, 10K
y'all going to be living past Covington.
But the thing is, Keisley, whoever writing that, with the opportunities we're talking about, there is no reason why we all can't make this kind of money. Look at y'all think these gonna be little $70,000 a year jobs at data centers? These are high paying jobs. And the thing is, once you work at one data center, the skill set transfers, and then y'all forgot the rest of the world is going to pick up. So continents like Africa, Europe gonna have to get data centers. You can consult yourself out and not even work for a company and say, I'm my own boss. I'm a data center consultant, and have your own company and say, hey, I can help y'all with how to run things. Man, please, y'all folks out here playing games, and y'all complain about them tickets to Atlanta Falcons games. Those things go quadruple. Because they got to bring the big boys in to pay for everything. The city of Atlanta is going to change. It's not going to be like it used to. It's going to be their entertainment, and it's going to be tech. And y'all going to start to see the facelift. Because every time I come to Atlanta, it's looking more diverse all the time. And I come out every other month either to come to take care of something or to do something. So the comfortability level that the people in Atlanta have been having for the last 20, 30 years is over. Tech is coming. Georgia Tech, they're going to buy up everything. You got Georgia State, Emory. They're going to have healthcare. They're going to have tech. Atlanta is going to be the hub of the South for tech. And then they're going to connect themselves down to Miami. Like Ericka was saying, they're going to Austin. They're going to New York. I don't know if they'll go to Chicago or something, but then they're going to find a town in the Midwest, like Oklahoma City or something, or Kansas, to have that, to put that out there. They're going to find a way to buy land and just, they're going to do what they need to do. So please, y'all, go ahead and get on board what we're telling y'all, because once this stuff starts, and don't be mad like Ericka was saying, I can't get no job. Y'all going to go back and find these kind of things and say, they told us 2 or 3 years ago to get it. We sit here and play games.
Hey, man, look at this. Somebody screenshot that and sent it to me on Instagram. Jacob Dornbush. After watching your Tech Tuesdays in 2021 while working in a warehouse, I've gotten into tech, picked up many certs, and just started my cyber defense PhD this semester, inspired by Dr. Dix. Y'all take this screenshot if you can. Send it to me. Send it to Dr. Dix on Instagram. Thank you, Jacob. That is so nice.
Thank you, Jacob. He looked like he was in one of my classes or something. I don't know, but hey, anybody that want to follow us, But yeah, we've been doing it since I've been on. The first person channel I went on was Ocean 2020. Then I went on Ericka in February 2021. We've been talking about this for 3 years. Y'all, by the time you've been following Ericka and I, you could have had certs, you could have had a 2-year degree, you could have had a 4-year degree. I'm telling y'all, like Jacob right there, we telling y'all it's real.
Opportunities are endless. Opportunities are endless. Congratulations, Jacob. So look, Dr. Dix, we got to let y'all guys out of here. We know y'all trying to catch the debate. We're not going to hold you hostage. Dr. Dix, where can they find you online? Make sure somebody screenshots this and sends it to me.
Yeah,
where can they find you? online.
Y'all can find me on Instagram, Dr. Patrick Dix, King of Automation _AI, LinkedIn, Dr. Patrick Dix. Y'all find me everywhere. Reach out to me and follow me. My website, the Dix Consulting Group, and I will be doing my 3rd session. Y'all, I got so busy in August with all of the school stuff and work stuff and life stuff, but y'all reach out and find me. I mean, I got an interview I just did about the AI deepfake stuff. I'm releasing part 3 for Script News. So y'all, I'm everywhere.
For sure.
More great things to come.
Bingo. Cool breeze. The Army is advertising more about cybersecurity than any other job. The military knows what's coming. The military knows a lot of these people cannot afford school or do not want to pay for certs. So they're like, man, I need some money. Guess what? Come on in. We'll train you for free, So the Army knows what time it is. So, DC Johnson, for sure. 100%. It's already is that in parts of California. It's already that in parts of California. It's already that. So you guys, this is your girl from the Classic Clown blog. This is Dr. Dix, King of Automation, aka Reality Twin. Thank you so much for sending me the screenshots. I'm seeing it on the phone. I appreciate you guys supporting and helping the channel. Help me fight Skynet. I know it's an election year and I'm going to get dinged, but I love doing what I do. I love being able to say what I want to say. You guys, thank you so much. Dr. Dix, where can they find you one more time? Drop it for us.
King of Automation. You want me to put it in the comments or just say it?
You can say it.
Instagram, King of Automation _Dr. Patrick Dix, YouTube, Dr. Patrick Dix, LinkedIn, Dr. Patrick Dix, and my website, the DixConsultingGroup.com. Y'all, we got some amazing things coming up. Y'all just sit tight.
All right. We'll take us out with our sponsors of our show. Thank you so much.
Of Williams Accounting and Tax Services. We're located in McDonough, Georgia. For those who are in the Atlanta area, that is 75 South, exit 218, and make a right. We're a trilingual office. We offer services in Spanish, English, and Hindi. We also offer a tax course starting August 1st all the way through April 30th. It is bilingual. We service in Spanish and English.
All right, you guys, listen. We always have the best supporters of the Classic Clown blog. Dr. Dix, thank you so much for your time today. I'll see you soon.
All right, y'all take it easy. Artificial intelligence are changing the world forever. Without the correct skill set, you will become obsolete. My name is Dr. Patrick Dix, and I research how millions of people will lose their jobs unless they retrain.